different in the passenger seat.
Yeah, I'm not used to that. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I thought I put the car away for the season, but we had Andrew.
May have convinced you to take it back out.
He may have convinced me, and it's a beautiful day. And you know, he was up here last time. We raced the GT350. We had a lot of fun, and he asked me if we wanted to get together. I can't really say no to that. And we're gonna take the Cobra out. We're gonna do like a drive. I'll let you drive it. Yep. It is a little cold, but the car's pulley down. It's not gonna be that fast. And then we're gonna get to my dad's house. We're gonna take the GT out because I told him the GT had the best sounding V8 he's ever heard. And I made that statement, and we're gonna have to back that up. So I think this one's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I've never been in a Ford GT either, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be, the GT is gonna be pretty awesome. So all right, we'll go ahead, we'll take the cover off, we'll get it started, and we'll go for a cruise. Nothing too crazy, because, well, it feels slow. 700 feels slow all of a sudden, so.
I feel plenty fast on these cold roads.
All right, stay tuned. Mustang videos in general, so I appreciate the shout out. So when do we want to let the viewers know what we're doing tonight or today?
Might put a little sneak peek in this video.
We could put a sneak peek in it.
We're all gonna sleep. Oh.
Best sounding car ever, so we're gonna have to go find that out to see if I was lying or not.
Yeah, I mean,
the other day I was filming a video and I was just trying to cut across right there, and this is like a 45 road. I had like a group of 10 sport bikes, you know, like the crotch rockets.
Yeah.
They had to be going 130 miles an hour. And the worst thing is there was like a large gap in between, like 6 to 10 seconds of each bike, and they weren't saying how many people were behind them. So I kept thinking, oh, we're good. I'm trying to pull out. I'm shooting a video in the Cobra. And I'm like, that would have been it. I would have killed a guy. I mean, granted, a bike hits a car at 130. I'm probably dead too. And I'm like, yeah. Jesus, guys, I like going fast too, but you could at least say, hey, you know,
got some more behind.
We got some more behind. Or go speed on the highway where we all speed, not on the curvy back road.
Yeah.
That's a cop, actually.
Hello.
It's actually, so I actually, years back, I didn't like follow anybody on YouTube, and it wasn't like on purpose. It was just, I didn't really think of it as a way to meet people and talk to people, which I'm finding out is a really good way to do that now.
Yeah.
I know you owned a Cobra, but I don't know what was done to it. I don't know what you had, what you wanted to do. So you got to tell me a little bit.
So I bought the Cobra as a daily driver.
Yep.
I bought it with 27,000 miles, and pretty much went from basically your basic setup. 470 wheel horsepower. Ended up putting the VMP TVS on it, 93 octane, made 600 horsepower, and then did long tubes, fuel system. I did a full Maximum Motorsports race IRS, package, which I hated life when we did that because it sucked. And then put it all together. I made 709 wheel horsepower. Yep. Standard correction. I think it made like 680.
680 probably, yeah.
SAE. It was pretty fun, and I snapped an axle with it. And this was a span of
stock axle
3 years.
So.
Well, I'm not going to put blame on anyone. But I went 155 60 foot on stock axles.
I've not done that.
And
I went to the dragway once or twice, and even on the Toyota TQs, they hook up pretty good on the street. But like I tried coming off at 1500 RPMs, and it would just obliterate the tires instantly. I don't know if that's more my track prep, or it's just me not knowing how to launch a car at the dragway. I can own that, okay? But
I was on a bias ply too.
Oh, that does help.
Bias ply. It was I went 155. It was good, and I drove to the track, so I said I'm not going to break it because I need to drive home. No, it was good that day. And then the following week after, I talked to Maximum Motorsports. It was the suspension people we were working with, and they were like, hey, you can launch it harder on those axles. You should be good. And I'm not going to say it's their fault. I'm just going to say
they told you to.
They encouraged me to launch it harder, and therefore it broke.
It did break.
So the car sat for a few months after that, waiting for axles to come in, and then I put the axles in.
I got the Maximum Motorsport full bushing kit.
Yep.
What's the full race? Is that something different?
There was a few things we had to. I don't know. It's just their race package. So every bushing in it, the tie rods.
I think I did the tie rods because I blew a wheel bearing.
Yeah.
My wheel almost fell off the car. Still attached, but almost fell off the car. There was nothing left to it.
But it never really, it only trapped 133, which for 700 wheel horsepower in a Cobra was kind of a little weak. But, I don't know, I just kind of got bored of it and then wanted a GT500, so returned it back to stock and traded it in.
Actually, I think I just knew about you at that time.
Yeah. And I pissed off all the Cobras on Facebook.
I remember that, actually.
They booted me out of the Facebook group.
I remember that. I do remember that, actually.
They made memes about me, which I don't even understand. I had the Cobra. I still had the 2001 Cobra. I still had the Bullet. I just traded in one car, got a GT500, and I never once said that the GT500 was...
It was red, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember that. The Cobra community is a great community. I'll say it. There's a lot of people that want to help you out. There's a lot of people that have good advice. There's a lot of people that have real data on what works, what doesn't work. There's people that sell stuff in the group, stuff that they've invented and worked on. But then on the other side of the coin, there's a lot of asshats.
There's a lot of trolls.
Oh my! And that probably goes with any group. But god damn it, there are a lot of annoying trolls on. So I've honestly kind of laid back on the Facebook posting a little bit.
Although there's been a lot of really funny posts about some Whipple versus TVS.
It's so slow, but it winds good. Alright, we're doing 100 this year. I mean, 65. That's good.
And if you don't know, this car is a Whipple. What was it? 2.9 Gen 4.
Crusher.
Yeah.
Todd Warren cams. It's only on 17 pounds of boost. So
probably what, 650, 700 wheel horsepower?
Yeah, I think it's in the 720 range.
Okay.
My guess.
Sounds about right.
So I did promise you I'll let you drive it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pull over at the gas station. Yeah, I don't like let just anybody drive it normally, but I figure you're more than qualified.
Should be.
And we'll just say now you owe me if you put it in a ditch, I'll take your GT 500 and the car in my driveway.
All right.
All right. Thank you. I don't know if that's a legal contract, but
It's on video.
it is on video. Just don't put it in a ditch.
Yeah, and I mean, like, there's also some, you know, some fans that they watch some of my videos as like a family, like, you know, dad, his wife, and then, you know, their son might watch the videos all together on their TV
My neighbor,
on the couch.
I was shooting some guns at my neighbor's house. I don't have any more guns. There was a terrible accident. There was a very terrible accident, and I lost all of them. But he was going, hey man, I was watching the video with the GT350. I didn't know Mustang Lifestyle was up here. I wanted to meet him. And it was just my random 50-year-old neighbor. Never really talked to him in the world. He goes, man, I wanted to meet that guy. I watch his videos all the time. I'm like, one day I'll get there.
It is funny.
All right,
We'll be back.
We're gonna gas her up, and I'm gonna let you drive it. Oh, whatever. Wait, we can cut that out.
No, yeah, we're good. Switch. Oh, the fuel system is on.
Yep.
Your pumps are quieter than mine were. Oh,
What do you have for pumps?
Dual 465?
Oh, yeah. I got 80 pounds of sound deadening on the whole floor of the car and in the trunk, and
that makes sense.
so people are always trying to reduce weight and strip the seats, and
You added some.
I added weight. I added weight.
It's a McLeod, right?
Yep. Just don't stall it. Look like an idiot in front of all these people. It's pretty easy clutch. Just don't hit the broer over there. Hey, actually pretty good.
I drive a lot of different cars, so I've kind of learned to.
This is the
Just feel 'em
RXT 1200. I had the RXT before, and it was a great clutch, but I could never get the engagement point right with the pivot ball, and on the 1200 I spent more time getting it just right, and I got it engaging at just the perfect spot, I feel.
Yeah, it's up at the top.
Alright, we'll take a right here.
Yeah, this car just feels tight, feels good. Just like my Cobra. The last Cobra I drove, not the best.
So we're gonna come up, we're gonna take a left onto the highway here, but it's a little bit weird. You don't have a stop sign, they do.
Okay.
This is like the weirdest highway setup I've seen.
Oh, this is where we made the U-turn.
We did
right?
make a U-turn here, yes, when, or was that Mexico?
It was Mexico.
Fourth and not third, that's all that matters to me. Fourth and not second, I mean. Have you gone 3 to 2 before?
Never. Not in this car. I did it in Chris Rudnick's right-hand drive Miata.
Oh man, I was letting my friend drive my brand new Focus RS.
Oh, I remember when you had that.
1 to 2, 2 to 3. And we're hauling, and he goes to power shift it into 4th, and all of a sudden I saw the RPM gauge. It went to like 11. They went past 8 and straight down.
That's good for the head gasket.
Yeah, well, I mean, it broke anyways. No, what would have been great for the head gasket is if they put the right one on it from the factory. That would have been great.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. The whole dash lit up like a
left hand
Yeah,
does
it's-
not normally do that.
No.
But I did pretty good on the first rip. It was the second and third rip that I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna hop out of here before I break it. Right hand drive is very, very weird for the first time. Actually getting a little hot.
Warm, right?
Yeah. Let's do a little test. Oh, behind us. You gonna be okay?
Yeah. Just make sure you get.
Feel different in the passenger seat?
Yeah, I'm not used to that. We got some type of, maybe it's a controlled burn, I gotta imagine.
Yeah, a little burn right there. It feels kind of in between my Cobra at E85 and the 93. Although, I don't know, it's kind of hooking up. I can't tell how fast it is. My butt dyno isn't working right now.
Well, your butt dyno's uncalibrated.
Yeah.
Make a dyno joke, because I use a dynamite dyno, all my numbers don't count anyways, apparently.
Now, I do notice I need to stomp your gas pedal kind of hard with my right foot.
Yeah,
It's a little
so that's
harder to press.
That's the and we're gonna get off this exit up ahead here. That is the Whipple crusher helper spring, secondary spring. They give you an additional spring, so you have the spring that's on the throttle body itself, and then they give you an additional spring. I don't know if I'm supposed to use both. I used both.
I mean, it's not
It's
terrible.
different though, right? It's different.
It's different. It's not a terrible thing, especially if you get used to it.
I found it was a little bit easier for me to better modulate the pedal if it's spinning a little bit, so I kind of kept it there. But everybody that drives the car is like, why is your gas pedal so goddamn hard to push?
Performance dyno. He tuned my silver GT back in the day. He does good work.
No, shit, I better not make. I think he's one of the best. And of course, I'm going to say that because I use him, but I've been going to him for 12 years.
There's not many guys who tune, Cobras and tune them really well anymore.
And gets it right the first pull, like almost every time.
Yeah.
You just tell him, hey, I got this as a combo. He's like, oh, I've done 4 of those.
Yeah, there's a handful of Cobra tuners out there that still actually like tuning. Oops.
Oh, can't win them all.
That still actually like tuning Cobras because, a lot of the people get spoiled with Coyotes.
Pete doesn't tune the Coyotes.
Yeah, well.
He says, I got enough of the older cars and I know what to do, and I'm already busy enough that I'm turning customers away. So I don't need it.
Yeah, and it's the opposite on a lot of the other tuners. They're like, I'd rather tune a wideband and knock sensor car. Probably that way, right?
Actually, we're going to go the second one, so not the third. So not this one, not this one, that one. That's kind of what I really like about the cars. It still drives pretty nice. It's not rattly. It's not vibration-y. The first cammed car I drove had a really bad hesitation, like under 1600 RPMs, like really bad. And this, you could just putt along at 1200 RPMs. Now granted, my cams aren't super big. It is more about how you degree them than the size of them anyways, but with Todd Warren, he really dialed my cams in exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah, my GT500 hasn't really been dialed in on the new setup, but the old setup with the JLT, cold air intake, the monoblade, and the VMP, and even the new Whipple with the JLT, it drove really good. But if you got into that 1200 RPM range, you start chopping. So, yeah. But other than that, it drove pretty good. The new massive intake hasn't really been dialed in. We tried to rush, tune it for wide open throttle, take it to the track, and it went horribly. But we're gonna retune it.
So how does she feel to drive?
Feels pretty good. I mean, it feels smooth, tight, just like my Cobra was. I mean, it really makes me feel like I kind of got rid of like a really nice one, you know what I mean? And then this one's another prime example of a very nice Cobra.
You think these are ever gonna have the super effect? Sell for 60,000 in 10 years?
hard to find a really nice one. I mean, they're already, you know, in the 30K range now for like the nice ones.
Yep.
And it's not absurd anymore. When I posted mine for 32K and everyone lost their mind.
YouTube tax.
You know. Well, I mean, I calculated what I would make parting it out, and I would make 28K, and that's what I ended up doing. Parting it out, and I made 28K, which is the reason why I have a almost paid
We're gonna
off
take out the left up here, by the way.
GT500. So, this one,
Yep, this left, right? Yep.
so it ended up working out. You know, I got pretty good trade in too, 19 grand. Although the dealership ended up selling the car for 26K, which is pretty ridiculous.
Little RXT chatter, 1800 RPMs, only in third and fourth.
Yeah, it sounds normal to me.
Yeah.
I got a triple disc, so.
You know the feeling.
That sounds amazing.